started. It does things with love, yeah. You will, you reap what you sow. The future is bright if we can end with the flow. What the hell? Okay. Um, what the fuck? I'm just saying, baby, but this is a brand new day. It's crazy. I got the brightness all the way up. Let me see here. Hello, hello. Boom, dun, 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 dun. Okay. Looking up vineyards in San Gabriel during the time of 1862. So I'm looking to see where. Dun, dun, dun. Do any of you guys know any history about vineyards in the state of California? Because I am trying to be a little bit accurate, but pretty accurate. Hold on. Because I'm writing a story and it deals with a lot of history with the Indian Wars, the missions that were built in the state of California. Hello, Jesus never fails, never. The largest vineyard in San Gabriel. See, like 35,000 gallons of wine per year. That's crazy. So yeah, Allah, Bismillah, Inshallah. There you go. Inshallah, I will get this book written. I'm trying to like not orchestrate it, but I want it to be pretty accurate with the story because it's a man who's born in a town called Shivanga. Yeah, Shivanga, a village near Mission San Gabriel in 1836. And he grows up and he ends up joining he learns English because he was born from a Spaniard soldier and ends up kind of like scurrying off on his own. Eventually joins the United States Army somehow, and he doesn't like what they were doing, so eventually he tries to not retaliate, but he tries to leave, and I guess punishment during the time if you were to leave without, just discussing with them. Hold on, where's that? Oh, don't tell me I fucking lost it. Yeah, so I guess punishment meant for leaving the army in 1860. Yeah, so apparently a dishonorable discharge would be, yeah, they wouldn't get any pay, they would get branded, flogging, which is getting hit with the whip. Man, watch me whip. No. Yeah, and if it was pretty bad, it would be execution. So, yeah, times were crazy. And I want it to be where it's like he's about to get executed, and somebody, like, from the stands about to watch this man getting hanged tells them to stop, that there should be, like, another way to it. And so, yeah. But the main story, it deals with the Owens River Massacre. There's an event before the massacre that deals with the Indian War, which the Indians, they were, fuck, what was that word? Yeah, I can't even think of the fucking word. Um, so what I'm trying to say is that the settlers or the white man would travel to Aurora, Nevada territory and back to Little Pine or Lone Pine, which is in the Owens River Valley. And so the Indians, they would take, well, the settlers, the white man settlers would bring their cattle, their horses, and they would graze on the crops of the Native Americans. So it pushed them more deep into the mountains, and they started retaliating by stealing their cattle and their horses, and eventually started killing the cattle for resources. So then the white man didn't like that, and so it just caused a whole bunch of fuck shit. And eventually, yeah, that's how the war started. And yeah, a good amount of Indians were fucking killed, and so were a good amount of the United States Army soldiers. So, I mean, who's at fault? Is it the Americans at fault, or is it the Native Americans? But they were already starting bullshit too. So I mean, it's California history is fucked, dude. So yeah, the Keysville massacre kind of revolves around the same ordeal, but yeah, the massacre dealt with the whole skirmish, and they did the march of the Indians to Fort Tejon after the massacre, April 19th, 1863. I got so much going on in my head about all this shit, and I want to write a story about it. And I'm trying to like not piece it together perfectly, but just like managing a way to get the fucking story started. Like, I want my character to be a child of a rape victim during this time, because what else did the Spaniards do besides enslave, rape, and murder these fucking Native Americans? I don't know who's worse, the white man or the Spaniards, because both of them were fucked. Just playing the blame game instead of myself. Fucking stupid, I swear. But yeah, trying to get my. I don't want to hear that shit. No, 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 no. Okay, so this is what I have written down so far. I was born April 29th, 1836, in a village known as Shivanga near Mission San Gabriel. A man with a remarkable character started his life with a rough childhood, struggling to survive. His mother was a slave farmer of the mission during the time it was built, who was raped by a Spaniard soldier named Ramon del Maria Castro. The father named him Leonardo, wishing one day he would grow up to be brave, hoping he could make a change in ways no one deemed possible. His mother, who helped with milking the cows on the mission, heard his father mentioning vaca every time he spoke to her. Not knowing what it meant, she grew attached to the word, adding it to the name over time. So, the main character, which is a fictional character, his name is Leonardo Vaca. He eventually ended up growing up to work in the vineyard before the Mexicans started to secularize the missions, which means to pretty much wipe it out of existence. So they didn't want the missions there because the Mexicans ended up fighting for their independence during that time. So yeah, it's a whole lot of fucking history that I'm trying to get through. But I don't know if you guys ever played Red Dead Redemption or ever heard of the sort. Think of that, but real life, as well as watching movies like Django, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? What was another one? Yeah, it's like a lot of Western movies. Think of Zorro. You ever watch that one? Antonio Banderas. Pretty much those missions and shit. He tries to save the whole town, ends up falling in love. Yeah, something like that. He's an outlaw, but not really an outlaw. He's just got a weird way of having things going for him. But yeah, being a child of a rape victim. But she was okay with it. Like, now they're vibing. I don't know if they're like married. But yeah, the story's still kind of like coming together. But goddamn, look how many pages I gotta go through. Look, just to figure out how I'm gonna write my story out. But I like this one right here. This is an article from July 1st, 1854, where it talks about Colonel Williams' horses as soon as he arrives to the Owens River Valley during that time. So it says, Colonel Williams' horses. It will be recollected that some 3 months since, a band of some 130 horses was stolen from Chino, and that Colonel Williams sent a party of Mexicans in pursuit of the thieves. The deputation of horse thieves who came into the Tejon the other day, on being asked concerning those horses, related that the Indians who stole them belonged to the rancheria a few miles from theirs at Owens Lake. The thieves were so closely followed by the Mexicans that they arrived at the lake but a few hours apart. The horses were left concealed in the hills while the chief came over to visit the rancheria. But hearing firearms, he fled and ran off the horses into the mountains. The Mexicans came upon the wrong rancheria, attacked it, killed several of the Indians, and took some prisoners, but were unable to obtain any of the horses. So, kind of like how I was mentioning earlier, these goddamn natives would steal not only their horses, but they were stealing their cattle. It eventually became a retaliation to the point where the Native Americans were trying to take all of the resources, food, water, ammunition, anything that they can get their hands on. What the fuck was it called? I'm trying to figure out what the fuck that word is. Volver, me muero aquí por ti y no piensas en mí. Cariño, no me dejas sin tu amor. As you I need, and I know. Baby, won't you take me? What the fuck? Heaven must be with you. Heaven must be with you. Excuse me. Just as you said, I understand. Just give you your way. Mission San Gabriel, painted in 1832 at the height of his prosperity during. I wandered around. God damn. Mission San Gabriel, painted in 1832 at the height of its prosperity by the German Ferdinand Deppe. Shit. Bro. That's Mission San Gabriel during 1832. And they produced about 35,000 or 3,500 gallons. I don't know. It shows a good amount right here. 35,000 gallons a year. That's crazy. There's so much cruelty in the world, and we don't even know it. Like, what the fuck? I wish I could live. You guys want to see the map of California? Look at this. That was Washington, Oregon, California. That big ass chunk right there is Utah. And then New Mexico right there before it became Arizona. Then Utah before it became Nevada, then Utah. Look at that. And this was 1859. So California has remained with its shape for a while, which is crazy. Cause like San Bernardino, San Diego, Los Angeles is really small. Yeah, Tulare, Mariposa, Monterey, San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara. That's pretty dope. And the story starts with this plot right there. The Owens River, and then going up would be Aurora right here, which is Fort Aurora. This right here would be Camp Latham and Camp Independence. And then you got the mission right here, San Gabriel. So the character goes from here and has to travel all the way up here and then needs to figure out how to get to Aurora, but I'm not sure how to orchestrate it. It's a story in progress. Very very long story in progress. The moon may be. Oh my goodness, I don't know how to. I'm barely figuring out what the fuck my character is gonna do. Like, what is he? Is he a cavalry? Is he an army man? Is he an outlaw? The only I don't know. I'm not trying to put myself on a leash for this shit. Cause like I got all this paperwork to go through. And the setting for the story takes place in 1863. 62. Somewhere around there. Actually, February 28th, 1862. Actually, yeah, February 1862, California. Oh, there was a flood in February. Whoa. I did not even know that. What the fuck? 1862, the Great Flood. I had planned to drive to Sacramento today, but this wet and windy weather is keeping me home. My journey can wait until next week. As it happens, the weather on February 25th, 1862 was nearly identical. Oh shit. The Great Flood of 1862. That's actually a good thing to be adding in my story. That's crazy. I didn't know there was a flood in Central California. The river is rising slowly. That's fucking crazy. Look at this. This is the flood of 1862. That's fucking crazy. How? See, look. That's fucking crazy. Excuse me. Since there's no one else I see. Excuse me. Okay, so it says right here the flood in Southern California. On Friday, January 31st, 1862, near the close of the deluge, Brewer writes, at Los Angeles, it rained incessantly for 28 days. Immense damage was done. One whole village was destroyed. He does not identify the town, but it seems highly probable that the town was a very important community right in our own backyard. The Agua Mansa. Damn. I probably might end up calling it a night. This is a little bit more than I was expecting. What the fuck? I'm trying to write a historically accurate story, and this is way too much history to be consuming right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Damn. Oh, excuse me. Did you know there was a flood in Central California 1862? It took up a majority of Southern California, though, so the Central Valley to like San Bernardino area, there was a big ass flood. That shit is crazy. Yeah, see, January. I wonder how long it took for it to dry up. Because that's a big ass amount of water. It said it costed $12 million worth of damages, and that's in 1938. Let's see. 12. Alright, so $12 million. Wait, what the fuck? 1938. Okay, so let's see. 12 million in the year. It was 1938. Oh, that's about $273 million today. Damn. Let's see. I said I was gonna get the fuck off, and I'm still on this bitch. What the fuck? Oh, there was a different flood. Okay, that makes more sense. So then how much damage did the flood? It's not even showing. But apparently it rained for 28 days straight in Southern California during 1862. Actually, 1861. It was December when it all started. But it's not showing how much money in property damage. But imagine that. $12 million, 1983. That is equivalent to about $273 million today. That's a lot of money in damages, bro. They had no insurance either. Like, think about it. You think they had home insurance in 1938, let alone 1862? Just think about that. Once your house gets flooded up, you're fucked. Fuck. You don't build a barn, dumbass. You buy it. you buy it pre-cut. Fucking Red Dead, I swear. But yeah, this is crazy. This is new information for me. I could use that to my advantage. No, I can't. There's nothing to use in my advantage. I'm just finding out this new material. So that means anybody in the Southern California or Central Valley could be caught up in a flood at any given time. And it's not even a global flood like in the story of Moses. No, not Moses, my dumbass. Noah. Noah's Ark. There you go. That's fucking insane. It's like Noah's Ark, but like Southern California in 1862. You got people riding around in boats and shit. Like, where the fuck is it at? Right here, right here, right here. No, it's not. Nowhere to be found. A 43-day atmospheric river storm. Mega flood. Let's see. Yeah, we should. You know what? That is like pretty crazy. How would California cope with another great flood? such as the flood of 1862. Yeah, it took up all of Central California, like literal central state, like the entire fucking valley. Yo, that's fucking crazy. I can show you the map of the valley. Oh, or not. What the fuck? I'm repeating this fucking. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you just lost it. Okay. Okay. I think I might have it, but let's see again. Okay. Actually, browse all. We'll do United States, California. The night again. Good. Since you left, I haven't drawn a scene. No, you can't really see it. It's just a daydream. Cause I've been feeling like I'm floating above the rules I'm in. Wake up. That's not it. It looks like a nice map, but it's just not. Okay, that's a little. Only born because your clothes are off. No love, I'm mostly numb. I'm only cause you know you were. Look at this. This is the state of California, right? Actually, I got a better idea. What the fuck? Where's maps? Right there. So we'll do California, right? State of California. We'll do. How am I gonna do it? Layers. Let's do terrain. Okay, you see this right here? Alright, this is all mountain. All mountain region, right? Now, this is Southern California, so San Bernardino, San Diego. This is where the Mojave Desert is. Now, the flood of 1862 apparently it rained for 43 consecutive days. Now, a majority of the rain was coming from the west, going towards the east, which also hit Mexico. Now, all of this right here, this is all flat terrain, okay? Now imagine all of this full of water. And all of this region right here too. Just right here, boom, getting this kind of bit of it. But looking at the United States, look at how dry that shit is. What the fuck? All desert. Still, even Canada has some desert terrain. But look, imagine being in this flood or in a flood, taking up a majority of California. That shit's crazy. I wouldn't even know how to respond to that. I wouldn't know what I'd be doing. I'd be swimming for my life. They got me fucked up. I'll probably, yeah. That's crazy. I wouldn't know how to, yeah. What the fuck? Just thinking about it, it's like, I wouldn't have been able to live in those conditions. I'm being dead ass. You expect someone to live in a flood? Fuck no. Everybody's getting hit with hurricanes on the East Coast and shit like that. Now a flood in California. That'd be crazy if we had another one. It's giving me like the heebie-jeebies. I forgot what cartoon character. Oh, I'm giving the heebie-jeebies. I think it was like Atlantis or something. Treasure Planet. See, look, and I still got this fucking folder full. So there's this, and then I got this much more to go through. I got paperwork for days. Only for me to not even have a story written out. I'm barely even thinking about the main character that's gonna be in this story. Like, what the fuck? Crazy. Like, you ever think that your main character or your favorite hero would be from a rape victim? A child of a rape victim. I don't think they aborted babies in 1862. I think the only way they'd abort it is if they were to kill the women. Like, what the fuck? How are you gonna impregnate a bitch and then kill her? Like, what the fuck? Why'd you not? Your pull out game so weak. You gotta kill the bitch. Like, God. Fuck. Hey, but those were the times back then. I don't know how else to put it. Like, what the fuck? And they don't teach that in the history books. You gotta find that shit out on your own during your time in college. I'm not even in college right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever wonder why you don't pay attention in school and then figure out that maybe because the school wasn't teaching you anything that you weren't interested in? Like, I understand the basics of math, the basics of English literature, but history, there's so much to be learning with history. Doesn't even matter if you're a school teacher or not. You could be the dumbest motherfucker and you could still get the facts straight if you put your mind to it. You'd be, yeah, like, give your friends quizzes type shit. Like, give me the current events or give me the events that happened April 19th, 1863. Tell me some events that happened April 19th, 1863. You know, I'll tell you one. It's the Keysville Massacre in the Owens River Valley. That's one of them. May 19th, 1861? No, 1862. There's been reports in the Owens River Valley of the natives stealing cattle and resources from the United States Army or the white man traveling up to Nevada territory at the time. Like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like I'm drugged the fuck up, and I'm not. I'm just sleep deprived, and I could be a bit dehydrated. I've been drinking water a majority of the day, and I don't know if it's helping. It should be helping. It should be helping. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think, cause I've done a lot of research right now for literally whatever reason it was that I got going on. So Chino is far away from Mission San Gabriel. San Dimas. Or is it someone else? San Marino. If you're from the SoCal area, what's up? What you doing? How y'all got? What y'all got going on, or what? It's fucking late. You could be sleeping right now, but you're not. You're wasting your time with me, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here losing my mind. It's like 2:30 in the morning, and all because I'm trying to write a motherfucking story. Like that's crazy. Inflation is insane. Let's see, $12 million in 1862. 1862. Damn. 381 million. Actually, $382 million. If we had $12 million from 1862, that's how much inflation went up. Now let's see. A dollar, just $1 would be $31.83 today. So if I had a hamburger back then that was about 15 cents, that's $4.77 today. See, and that's an a la carte burger. That's no fries, no drink, just a plain ass burger. Like, if you pay, yeah, legit, if you pay 15 cents for a burger in 1862, I don't think they had burgers then. That's crazy. You know how the fucking times change. 15 cents is $4.77 today. Now let's say, what if it was, no, that seems about accurate. 15 cents for a burger. Actually, 15 cents for a burger. I'm pretty sure fast food chains was like 1920s. Let's do 1925. What the fuck? 15 cents 1925 is $2.76. What the fuck? What the fuck? How is that even possible? In 1862, that was about $5. Now it just declined. That's crazy. What do y'all want to learn? Because I'm about to hop off. I'm fucking tired. And I'm outside. We out this bitch. Look at this. Outside. These are my neighbor's patio lights. And I got the computer out here. It was good. Maybe I need to sleep already. This inflation. That's insane. Wait, so how much? Let's say if a burger costed 35 cents in the year 1960, $3.80, 35 cents. What the fuck? It barely even went up. That's crazy. 35 cents in 1960 is worth $3.80 today. I don't know. I think I'm gonna just get off. I've been saying that for like the past 20 minutes. But I keep finding something new and new. Like, what the fuck? Goodbye, y'all.